countries for failing to address the global climate crisis, inequalities and debt crisis. In his first presentation at the Summit of the Future in New York City, Ruto says the United Nations has not sufficiently addressed ongoing global challenges. And TV's Lois Wangoi is there for us.
President William Ruto began his address at the Summit of the Future by focusing on global warming, urging the United Nations General Assembly to implement progressive reforms in addressing climate change.
The planet is heating up. Our climate is in crisis. Unfortunately, our multilateral system has proven inadequate in addressing crises such as climate change, inequality, and debt. And it continues to falter in providing any, let alone timely solutions.
He also outlined Kenya's ambitious goal of planting 15 billion trees to increase the nation's forest cover by 30%, urging the global community to follow suit with similar efforts in the fight against climate destruction.
2 weeks ago, I launched Climate Works, a program to employ 200,000 young people in sustainable public works focused on ecological restoration and infrastructure.
On the issue of ongoing global conflicts, President William Ruto commended Kenya police officers in Haiti under the United Nations peacekeeping missions. He emphasized Kenya's commitment to global peace through its support of the Haiti mission, framing it as Africa's contribution to international security.
We must address the historical injustice of Africa's lack of permanent representation on the UN Security Council as a matter of justice in the ongoing UN reforms. Additionally, region-led peace operations, sustainably funded by the UN-assessed contributions, are critical in addressing today's complex security challenges.
President William Ruto addressed the concerning findings of the 2024 Sustainable Development Goals SDG report, which reveals that only 17% of the goals are on track globally. He emphasized that this paints a bleak picture, especially for developing nations, particularly in Africa and the global south.
As we approach the fourth Financing for Development Forum in 2025, imaginative solutions for debt relief and development financing are essential to close the SDG gap.
Largely speaking, President William Ruto's speech regretted outdated systems while urging the United Nations General Assembly to reimagine a framework of international cooperation and one that works for all. Lois Wangoi, NTV, at the United Nations General Meeting in New York City, USA.
Back home, tonight, the onslaught against Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua seems to be escalating.